Have you ever stopped to think that perhaps our ancestors were more sophisticated than we usually imagine? That knowledge, now forgotten, might be hidden in ancient ruins scattered around the world. On this journey, we're going to explore 10 of the greatest enigmas left by ancient civilizations. Mysteries that continue to intrigue archaeologists, historians, and modern scientists. Get ready to question everything you think you know about humanity's past. We begin our journey in the Peruvian desert, where gigantic geometric drawings and animal figures stretch for kilometers. Monkeys, spiders, hummingbirds, and perfectly traced lines, created by the Nazca civilization over 2,000 years ago. These figures can only be fully observed from above. The mystery is inevitable. How did a people without flight technology manage to plan and execute images on such a monumental scale? And more importantly, for what purpose? Researchers suggest that the lines might be linked to religious rituals, water cults, or astronomical observations. Others argue they functioned as ceremonial pathways. More controversial theories speak of messages for beings from other worlds. The fact is that the Nazca Lines reveal an impressive level of planning, organization, and geometric knowledge for their time. Even today, their true meaning remains open. We now continue to the Mediterranean Sea, where in 1901, a Greek shipwreck revealed an apparently insignificant object, a lump of corroded bronze. Decades later, detailed studies showed something extraordinary: the Antikythera Mechanism. Dated to around 100 years before Christ, is considered the oldest known analog computer. With a complex system of gears, it was capable of predicting eclipses, tracking astronomical cycles, and calculating planetary positions, a technological sophistication that would only reappear more than 1,000 years later. This artifact raises a disturbing question. How many other technological advances from the ancient world were lost over time? What we know may be just a small fraction of the knowledge that existed. Our next stop takes us to Costa Rica, where hundreds of almost perfectly round stone spheres were found, attributed to the Dequees culture between 600 and 1500 after Christ. Some weigh more than 15 tons and display a remarkable level of symmetry. The mystery lies not only in their shape, but in their function. Did they have astronomical significance? Did they symbolize power, status, or spirituality? The problem is that many were displaced before adequate studies, making it difficult to understand possible patterns. Despite hypotheses of simple yet careful techniques, their precision still impresses and raises doubts about the level of mathematical knowledge of these peoples. We now travel to Turkey, where Göbekli Tepe completely changed our understanding of prehistory. Dating back about 11,000 years, the site features enormous stone pillars carved with reliefs of animals and abstract symbols, all before organized agriculture. According to the traditional model, hunter-gatherer societies would not have the social structure to erect monuments of this magnitude. Göbekli Tepe suggests exactly the opposite, that religion and symbolism may have preceded agriculture, not the reverse. Who built this complex? For what purpose? And why was it deliberately buried? The answers continue to be debated. We now dive into a literary enigma. Dating from the 15th century, the Voynich manuscript remains indecipherable. Written in an unknown system, it contains illustrations of non-existent plants, astronomical diagrams, and human figures in enigmatic scenes. Even after analyses by linguists, cryptographers, and modern computers, its content resists interpretation. Carbon dating confirms that the material is authentic, which eliminates the possibility of a modern forgery. Could it be a lost language, a complex code, or a meaningless text created with unknown intention? The Voynich continues to be one of the greatest challenges in the history of cryptography. We now arrive at the mystery that is perhaps the most famous of all. Described by Plato as a powerful civilization destroyed in a single catastrophic event, Atlantis remains between myth and possible historical reality. For many scholars, it's a moral allegory about human pride. For others, it may have been inspired by real events, such as the destruction of the Minoan civilization after the eruption of Santorini. Despite countless searches, no concrete evidence confirms its existence. Still, Atlantis continues to symbolize humanity's fascination with lost civilizations and forgotten golden ages. We return to the American continent, more specifically, to Mexico, where the colossal heads of the Olmec civilization impress with their size and detail. Carved in basalt, each one seems to represent a specific ruler. The transport of these blocks over long distances, without wheels or pack animals, still intrigues archaeologists. There are well-founded hypotheses involving human force, logs, and rivers, but the effort required continues to be extraordinary. The Olmecs profoundly influenced later cultures, but their own history remains shrouded in mystery. We now climb to the Bolivian Andes, where part of the Tiahuanaco complex, known as Pumapunku, features gigantic stone blocks with extremely precise fittings. The geometric complexity of the cuts draws attention even today. Although some claim that this precision would be impossible with ancient tools, archaeologists suggest that sophisticated techniques, combined with much time and skill, can explain the results. Still, the transport and standardization of the blocks continue to be topics of intense debate. Our ninth stop takes us to West Africa, where the oral tradition of the Dogon people mentions an invisible star that orbits Sirius. Something that corresponds to the existence of Sirius, be discovered by modern astronomy in the 19th century. Some believe this knowledge is ancestral. Others argue it may have been influenced by contacts with European explorers and astronomers. The exact origin of this information remains controversial, making the case one of the most debated in modern anthropology. Finally, we arrive in Egypt, where the Pyramids of Giza continue to be one of the greatest feats of ancient engineering. The Great Pyramid displays precise alignment with the cardinal points and a monumental construction made with millions of stone blocks. Although there are plausible explanations involving ramps, simple tools, and highly organized labor, many questions remain open, especially about specific construction techniques and chambers yet to be explored. Each new discovery seems to generate even more questions. These 10 mysteries remind us that the history of humanity is complex, fragmented, and full of gaps. Between proven facts, plausible hypotheses, and unanswered questions, the past continues to challenge us. We may never discover all the answers, but it's precisely this search that keeps alive our connection with those who came before us. If you enjoyed this journey through the enigmas of the ancient world, don't forget to follow for more content about history, mysteries, and everything that awakens our curiosity about the unknown. Thank you so much for following along. Until the next adventure.